Did you know that the name Target was used to imply low prices? I don't think most people associate Target stores with having the lowest prices. You look at retailers that are no longer in business, Kmart, Sears, also throw in very strong competitors like Amazon with ultra low prices. Some might be left to wonder, if Target doesn't have the lowest prices, why are they still around? What are they doing differently that allows them to compete in this economy, in this environment where low prices are prioritized over almost anything else? Well, stay tuned. I'll talk about that as well as some other interesting facts about Target that you might not know. Target was founded in 1902 by a guy named George Dayton. It wasn't called Target, it was actually called Goodfellow's Dry Goods and later Dayton Dry Goods. It wasn't until 1962 before they opened the first store and it was actually called Target. Fast forward to today, and Target is one of the top 10 largest retailers in the US. Some sources say it's as low as 6th, others as high as 8th. So somewhere between 6 and 8 is probably where it falls. They have almost 2,000 stores, about 1,950, which really pales in comparison to how many Walmart has. Walmart has over 10,000. About 50% of those are overseas locations, whereas all of the Target's almost 2,000 stores are in the United States. Target has tried to expand internationally with limited success, particularly in Canada. Really haven't made any efforts to pursue the international markets like Walmart has or some of the other retailers. For many folks in different parts of the country, if you want to go to a store that has a wide variety of goods, you're really going to have two options, Walmart or Target. Now, I know in some areas that's not the case, but again, generally speaking, in many markets, those are going to be your two choices. So really, what is the difference between Walmart and Target? Walmart, everybody knows Walmart. It's almost as common as Starbucks, it seems sometimes. But really, the impressions of Walmart are rock bottom prices, as well as really being able to find almost anything. Sometimes I walk into a Walmart store and think, oh, surely they're not gonna have that, and lo and behold, they sure do. Target is a little bit different. I think for many folks shopping at Target, they realize that the prices are probably going to be much cheaper than at a department store that specializes in furniture or specializes in clothing or something along those lines. It's this feeling that, yes, I'm not gonna pay super high prices, but I can still find items that are appealing, that I would proudly put into my house or I would proudly wear. That's a key distinction and also relates to the shopping experience. I know many people dread going to Walmart. It's one of their least favorite things, or maybe in comparison to going to the dentist or some other unpleasant experience like that. Well, if you have bad teeth anyway. Going to Target is different. The stores are bright, they're clean. There aren't people just on top of each other at times. Additionally, you ever used one of their shopping carts? The shopping carts are incredibly nice. They're very light, they're made of plastic, they don't make a whole bunch of noise. If you want them to go straight without having to yank on them one way or the other, they do. And really, it just all adds up to making a shopping experience that's, not premium. It's not like somebody's greeting you at the door and giving you a warm cloth to wash your face or something like that. It's certainly a step up from Walmart, and I think that's consistent with their overall value proposition. They're not going to be the lowest price, but they are going to be competitive. They're going to have a shopping experience, and they're going to have products that people want to buy, they want to own, because that quality is just enough higher with a competitive price point. The demographics for Target are different as well. They have one of the lowest average ages of the large discount retailers. Most shoppers are women with kids, and additionally have a high degree of those women have attended some college, lesser percentage, but still higher than a lot of their competitors have actually completed college. It is a different profile of the average Target shopper than at some of the other discount retailers, particularly Walmart. Target donates $3 million a week to different philanthropic goals. But think about that. As a whole, the companies donate $3 million per week. I mean, that's a very large number. Additionally, Target has over 50 brands that are only available at Target. This is a combination of private label, kind of like Best Choice at Walmart, but also Target is known for having collaborations with other brands, and through that collaboration, that brand or product line is only going to be available at Target. You're not gonna hear Walmart ever being associated with a French boutique But even back in 1962, people were pronouncing the store not Target like it was intended, but Target. 5, 10, 15 years ago, people started saying that and thinking they were clever and that it had never been said before, but no, people had started that as early as the first store was announced. To me, the most interesting point of trivia, though, is this small service line within the company that I don't think many people know about. As you're probably aware, there's a lot of news about theft within these large retailers.
Target says that last year, it lost hundreds of millions of dollars from theft.
Theft and organized retail crime is becoming a major problem at its more than 2,000 stores nationwide. The company reporting it lost $763 million last year due to lost or stolen merchandise.
They actually created an internal forensics service to help identify and then ultimately turn over evidence to the authorities whenever there were instances of shoplifting. Well, it's actually a pretty effective service. So effective that they actually contract out forensic services to different government agencies. And this is like up and down the different levels of the government in a wide variety of different agencies. So what started off as just a means to help identify shoplifters and whatnot is now a profit center, and government agencies are using Target, of all companies, to help process forensics. Target is not one of those stores to rest on their laurels, and there are definitely new developments and new initiatives underway that you might or might not be aware about. First off is that Target is bucking the trend to have smaller stores, a smaller footprint for their stores. They're committed to the strategy of having the big box, these stores that have maybe not everything, but almost everything. They've introduced a subscription service called Circle 360 as a means to compete with some of the other offerings from Walmart and Amazon.
Now, with Target launching a new paid membership program.
So it's called Target Circle 360, launches April 7th. Through May 18th, you can actually get a little deal on the price of it.
Circle 360, I think it's $50 a year. It allows the user to have unlimited same-day delivery of items that you can purchase from the store. Now, most of the items are actually going to be fulfilled from the store as opposed to a distribution center, which is a slightly different tweak to how Amazon would fulfill or a Walmart would fulfill. They've also introduced a new in-house brand called Dealworthy. Dealworthy has products that are similar to what you might find in a Dollar General or a Family Dollar with a similar price point as well. I think the goal here is to just have a wide range of price points for their various consumers. Finally, in a development that's important to me is that they are reducing the use of self-checkout. I hate self-checkout. I don't know if everybody hates it or they just slightly dislike it or what, but that is certainly a development that is welcomed by me. Why are they doing that? Target has been one of the vocal retailers about how bad crime has gotten within their stores, and they're reducing self-checkout in order to combat crime, because I think we all understand how much easier it would be to shoplift with self-checkout. So that's good. However, what I've read about is that in certain stores, they haven't increased staffing sufficiently to offset the reduced self-checkout. Now, I've heard of lines snaking throughout the store because they don't have enough registers open or folks to help check out because the self-checkout is an option. I like the idea of reduced self-checkout, but if you're gonna reduce self-checkout, you gotta have more cashiers manning the station so that you're not creating those long lines. Because if you create long lines, then boom, the pleasant shopping experience of Target just completely goes out the window. So what is the future of Target? Honestly, I don't think too much is going to change. They found a recipe that works. I don't think they have the aggressive goals that Walmart had to go international and just increase store count. I do know that they're planning an additional 300 stores over the next 5 to 10 years, so that is somewhat aggressive growth because that would be about over 15% more stores. But again, they've got a recipe that is working. People still like to go to Target. They still like the products that they're able to purchase there. They think they're getting a fair price, not the lowest, but a fair price. So for all those reasons, I just think that Target is going to stick to their playbook, make a few tweaks here, a few tweaks there, add a few more private labels, a few more collaborations with different brands and whatnot. But man, this is a good example of if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Now that's just my opinion though. As probable Target shoppers, what do you think? Does Target have the right recipe for continued success? Or is this an example of a retailer that's successful today, but we're going to be reading about them in 5 to 10 years because they lost their way? Really love to hear your thoughts on that.